Ja, Mann. Okay, I'm probably not going to go inside because I feel like the queue's going to be massively long, but it's nice to see Notre-Dame in one piece. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of people around. I think there would generally, but it's the start of one of the French holidays, I think, tomorrow. So there is a reservation space and then without reservation. I can't actually access the Notre-Dame website because it never allowed me on, so I would have to do it without reservation because of that. Okay, I've shown you a little bit of the inside. I don't think it's necessarily worth it to be in there, to be fair. I mean, if you've seen stained glass and you've seen stuff before, at least it didn't wow me when I walked in. The queue was not very long, but of course it's a Friday and it's wet, so it might be a lot slower when I'm doing it. So, it is a major tourist attraction, but I'm not sure. It's in some ways more interesting on the outside to me, so. Hey, I'm right next to the main road, but I am walking towards my lunch at the moment. It's always interesting walking around places like France where the pavement is incredibly thin. I mean, it is in London, but very much in France. Or places in Paris are ridiculously tiny. Well, that was a bit different. I would say frog tastes a bit more like a fish burger than a chicken burger, but it still was quite nice. Okay, so I could be taking the metro, but I think I'm going to walk. You won't necessarily see more Paris, and we're walking past the Notre-Dame again. We're on a moment on the way to the Picasso Museum, and I might only be able to take pictures, so I'll put some pictures in. I liked it last time I went, so I'll have to see what it's like now. France is probably the place that I've heard the most sirens, of like emergency vehicles, out of all the places I've visited recently, and the last 6 months probably. Well, this is obviously the more geeky section of bit of Paris that I found, when it has what looks like a gaming thing there, a hobbies thing there, and a manga thing there, and then a bubble tea and retro games. So you can get that on if you're around. I'm just walking back up to Gare train station for the Eurostar. I haven't got, my train doesn't leave for another 4 hours, so I've got time to waste and walk around and have a bit of a walkabout. Okay, and some more geek stuff over there. So yeah, it's a proper nerdy bit. The boulevard. I mean, it's kind of interesting going into different geek stores and seeing what is popular and what they're selling. I mean, the only thing in there that had anything of Doctor Who was a stand with Tennant and Smith on it, and a TARDIS which looked a bit big. Literally no other product that you could buy of Doctor Who though, which I think is funny. Because you have something to show in Geekdom, but you don't actually have the product to actually sell it then, so... But yeah, there's like in the game store as well. There's at least 8 geek stores you can check out, doing gaming, action figures, comic books and all that, so there's lots of stuff to see down this road. I think this is to do, this big statue thing over there, I think that's to do with France becoming a republic, I believe. But this is like a big kind of open space where you can see people are doing skateboarding and all that stuff around. In this like square kind of point, there are loads of foods to eat on the other side. I mean, you've got Five Guys, Popeyes, McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, and some more actually French related foods. So there's lots of stuff to eat around here, and of course it is a very metropolitan area, so you've got lots of stuff around to have choice at. But I would say those are some kind of the comfort options, you know, if you stressed and you know need to eat particular foods. Things like, to me, McDonald's calms me down. It was one of those things. So just saying, it's all useful to know where they are if, you know, I do get too stressed. But yeah, this is, you know, typical France or Paris. People zipping past on bicycles, cars, lots of buildings which are quite high up. But yeah, there's lots to see, and as I say, this is just a bit of a walk back to the train station, really, and stop-offs as I go, really. Another thing to say about Paris is that there's bicycle lanes everywhere, but also with crossings, you just have to wait for it to go green. The only button that they have is for people with you know, sight disabilities, you know, so you can actually hear the button. You don't actually have any noise, it just goes green or red. So if you do like to have a thing of a noise, there will be a button for people with visual impairments, so you can press that and then it will make the noise when it turns. Okay, we have reached our destination for the second part of the Eurostar. So, here we are.
Initialement à 10 heures de 34. Nous vous invitons